The sound you're hearing is the sound of history being stolen for figures, masks on, angle grinders screaming against reinforced glass. It's 9:35 a.m. in the world's most famous museum, and the Louvre is under attack. In just 7 minutes, these men will steal over $100 million in royal jewels, pieces worn by queens, empresses, and Napoleon's own wife. This wasn't a movie. It wasn't a game. It was real. And somehow, they got away. This is the true story of the Louvre Heist, the 7-minute robbery that humiliated the French government, shocked the Arab world, and may have been pulled off by someone inside. It's a normal weekday morning in Paris. Tourists wait in line beneath the Louvre's glass pyramid. Guards sip coffee, watching security monitors. At exactly 9:30 a.m., a white moving truck pulls into a service alley behind the museum. It looks ordinary, like down scenes that come and go every day. But inside that truck are 4 men, each wearing yellow safety vests, each carrying a balaclava, gloves, and power tools. They extend a mechanized ladder toward the 3rd floor. To any passerby, it looks like maintenance work, but in seconds, they begin cutting into the building itself. They target a single window, one window that somehow isn't reinforced. A perfect cut through glass. And within 30 seconds, they're inside. Investigators would later discover this wasn't random. The thieves knew exactly where to go, straight to room 705, home of the French crown jewels. They passed motion sensors, avoided cameras, and moved with precision. No wandering, no mistakes. Someone had told them everything. Inside the room, emeralds, sapphires, diamonds, jewels belonging to French royalty, locked in glass cases behind velvet ropes. One thief works the angle grinder on the glass. Another packs the jewels into soft velvet bags to stand guard by the door. 7 minutes. That's all it takes. By the time the guards reach the gallery, the thieves are already gone. They climb down the same lift, jump onto 2 motorbikes waiting below, and vanish into Paris traffic, leaving behind nothing but a broken window, a trail of glass dust, and 1 damaged crown dropped in their rush. The Louvre had just been robbed in broad daylight while full of tourists.
Paris's Louvre Museum.
On the world earlier this month. Authorities say one of the
wartime criminals, French prosecutors claim.
World's most famous museums.
The French Minister of Culture appears on live TV, visibly shaken. Police seal off the museum. Interpol is called in. But the robbers, gone without a trace. To understand how something like this could happen, we spoke with someone who would know, former jewel thief Larry Lawton.
You know, I'm known as the biggest jewel robber in the United States. I robbed between 15 and 18 million. I went away for over 12 years, and now I actually help police agencies, and I'm recognized on the floor of the United States Congress for helping people. So I do know a lot about jewelry robberies.
Larry believes the robbers had help, either from someone inside the museum or someone close to them.
Here's my theory. See how it plays out. Somebody knows somebody in the Louvre, whether it's a wife, a girlfriend, she might be a tour guide, and bedroom talk, she says, hey, listen, wow, you should see, but they got nothing here. How did these robbers know that there was an electronic device that can stop or shock you when you pull a jewelry off of a felt or something of like that nature? Plus, there was so many mistakes made. So the inside job is getting deeper and deeper in me, because how did they know what window? How did they know the windows weren't special glass you couldn't cut with a regular tool that you could buy in a hardware store? So with that said, you have to look at what they made the mistakes of. And here's why I think they will get caught.
Okay.
Because if they made all of these mistakes already, I don't think they had the robbery planned out like I would have. You have to have the fence set up before you even do the robbery. You have to know you can get rid of something before. Listen, GTA has a game just like this, Ruly Robbery, and they do it better. And I live stream GTA, so I understand it. And this is like a GTA game without the violence, which they have them in GTA. So I don't know. This is more amateur than it is professional, for sure.
For all their precision, the thieves made mistakes. Security footage caught blurred figures. One of their ladders was set on fire, but not completely destroyed. Investigators recovered fragments, fingerprints, and traces of burnt fabric from a yellow vest. And most importantly, that crown they dropped. It had DNA on it. For weeks, Paris police chase every lead, from pawn shops to private vaults. Interpol tracks whispers of the jewels surfacing in Antwerp, then Dubai, but each lead goes nowhere. Why? Because jewels are easier to erase than art. You can't hide the Mona Lisa, but you can melt gold. You can cut diamonds. You can make new jewelry from history. Once they're cut, they're gone forever. The Louvre might never get them back. It took 7 minutes to steal pieces of royal history. That took centuries to make. The trail went cold. Only silence. But in late a break. French police make their first arrests. 2 men and 1 woman caught in coordinated raids across Paris. 1 suspect stopped at Charles de Gaulle Airport, trying to flee the country. Investigators say DNA from a burned yellow vest and fragments of a ladder match one of the arrested men. Still, the jewels. More suspects remain at large, and authorities believe the treasure has already been recut, melted, or hidden in private vaults overseas. The Louvre may have its suspects, but not its crown. Over $100 million in royal jewels vanished in 7 minutes, and not a single piece recovered. Were they melted down for gold, cut into new stones, or locked away waiting for the world to forget? For investigators, the case remains open. For friends, it remains an open wound. 7 minutes. For thieves, 1 perfect crime. This was the Louvre Heist. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more true stories that uncover the edge of reality.